It's a pleasure to be here, sincerely, among friends. And the idea here is we're among friends in this room, but we're also here so that the media can report on something that's really a great event, if you haven't been, which is Justice Sunday. And it's great that it's in the Performing Arts Center, because there's a lot that happens in this building. People are inspired, people are moved, we have great entertainment. But this is really a day of learning and reflecting and being inspired, probably in a different way, but just as an important way. I am very happy that with us today is our Councilwoman, Sandra Johnson, who will also be at Justice Sunday. And without further ado, Ms. Sandra Johnson.
We are truly looking forward to this Sunday, Justice Sunday that is, to remind us of what it is, and that is justice. That's what we believe in, and that's what we stand for. And it is an honor to be able to have the blessing to be able to be educated in justice. And that's what we will be doing on Sunday. You know, as the famous gentleman Martin Luther King said, it's always the right time to do the right thing. And those are the things that we will be educating ourselves on with Sunday, so we can continue to do so. Thank you. And with that, I would like to present the gentleman that's honored us so that we could be further educated, and that is our Bishop Henry Hearns. Thank you.
I have been involved with the city as it relates to celebrating and honoring Dr. Martin Luther King for his commitment, which ultimately turned out to be his life, for the cause of bringing America to its senses as related to what America has set as its creed, and that is justice for all people, not color, not gender, but all of its people. And so we have started in the last decade a services or a memorial services known as Justice Sunday. And that started back in Washington, D.C. And on this coming Sunday, right here, at 4 p.m., we will be celebrating what we call Justice Sunday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King and his work toward justice. Now, to do that, we have been fortunate each year to have people who are in the business of issuing, I call it issuing, out justice, and that is our sheriff department, our DA. And this time we have a newly elected sheriff, Jim McDonald, who will be our keynote speaker, and he will be speaking on the theme, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." And these quotes come from Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, several of us are going to make statements along that line, and so I just want to say to you that we are looking forward to seeing you all here on that particular Sunday, which is Sunday coming up. All right, there'll be several of us, and I think the next person to come up can give us some details on how the program will run. It would be Mrs. Moore. Naima Moore will come and give us just a quick rundown of what the program will totally consist of, and then following her will be Mr. Emmett Morrell, who happened to be one of the elders at our church, who is also over the working group here for the Antelope Valley, who is also be talking about first time, second chance. So we're looking forward to seeing him, and he'll be on the program as well on Sunday.
Just a little background. The National Alliance of Faith of Justice out of Washington, D.C., they are the author of Justice Sunday. It started about 2008 here in the Antelope Valley, where we started the program at Livingstone Cathedral of Worship. For the last 3 years, I have to say our community has gotten on board. We've been allowed to present the program at the Antelope Valley, University of Antelope Valley, here at the Performing Arts Center. The community is rallying around us, and we want to invite the entire community out this year. The program this year, as Bishop has said, it will consist of clergy, community-based organizations, the NAACP. We'll have a lot of local dignitaries. So we want everyone to come out and play a part in this event. With what's happening across the country, Jim McDonnell is expected to address some of the issues of our concern. We want to make sure that the Antelope Valley stays safe and secure. The POP pen or pencil program that comes out of National, they'll be here with the youth presenting and ascribing questions to the panelists. The panelists consist of the clergy as well as our public officials. We'll have NAACP once again. So a lot of the locals will be here to address our concerns here in the Antelope Valley. So thank you for that, and we're expecting for everybody to be here on Sunday. Thank you.
There's been a coalition of individuals in the community who have been working as a unit to try and secure something that was arrived at with the help of our city manager, Mark Bosigian, our mayor, the Honorable Rex Paris. We came together as a group to try to alter and change what we thought needed to be dealt with specifically by community concerned individuals, and that is an opportunity to present a very concise understanding of what has kept many young men and young ladies from getting the type of justice is required for them to get a job, to be a force in their community and in their families. And our job has been to pull together this group of concerned individuals and unify them with one purpose in mind, and that is advocate for them to get these felonies that have had such a detrimental impact on them and what it is they want to accomplish as adults for their family and the community. The working group consists of many individuals in the community who have proven their worth when it comes to seeking the type of justice this Sunday represents. We are, with every intent, our goal will be to not only give them an opportunity to advocate for their families, for the community, but also for themselves. Our goal is to put something together that was arrived at when the city of Lancaster and the working group became a reality. And the reality was there were a group of individuals who were more concerned with the welfare and the justice that we require in order for certain people to get felonies off their record so that they can, as Bishop Henry Hearn said, compete in the market for jobs, education, and the only way that can take place is some of the felonies that were there. Now, we all passed and we watched the legislation pass Proposition 47. Which goes a long way to remove certain felonies off of individuals who have made a mistake and have them converted into misdemeanors.
I want to commend Bishop and Naima and Donna. They've been moving this for the past couple of years, and I think this community deserves it. It's important to note, and I hope Bishop doesn't mind if I just mention this, that one of the things that Dr. King focused on was not only about protesting and fighting injustice, but there also was a reconciliation part of his movement.
Yes.
That after you deal with segregation and you deal with injustice, that you don't turn that enemy or that individual into an enemy, but you convert him into a friend. What we've done here in the Antelope Valley, unfortunately, I think it should be a pilot worldwide, because what we've accomplished here, unfortunately, is not mentioned throughout the country. Many of you are aware of the contention that was taking place in the Antelope Valley with the police incidents that we've had and the racial incidents that we've had. But we've made it a point in our business, following the principles of Dr. King, to continue our marching and demonstrating, but also to sit down with the power structure and see how can we figure out some of the problems that we've been going through. And over the past year, as Emmett talked about, actually now the past 2 years, we've actually sat down with the mayor, we've sat down with the city council people, we've sat down in both cities, but mainly and particularly Lancaster, and have worked out ways. That's in fact how the working group came into being, to work out our differences and to see how we can come together together and reason. That is our form of reconciliation. I think that's what Dr. King would really be proud of. And I think on Sunday, I think that's what we're really going to be highlighting. I think that's so critical so that our young people can see that, yes, injustice may in fact be in the world and how you perceive injustice. There is a constructive way of going about addressing it. And it's not necessarily through violence and hatred and intimidation, but there's a constructive avenues that you can use to bring both powers to the table and reason out their differences. And so I'm happy to be part of that. I think God will bless me to be part of the panelists to sit down with the Justice Department and work that out.
We've overcome injustice by education and by whether it's peaceful protest or whatever. We're still on that path. We're further than we were 110 years ago, but we still have a ways to go. Yep. Talking, educating, and coming together to talk about our differences makes a big deal. And I've been very fortunate to participate with Mayor Paris at the working group. And I don't know that I've ever publicly thanked you folks, but it's been a highlight of my life and my career. So thank you. And the city is better off for all of your leadership.
You know, it is truly an honor to be able to say that it's okay to be proud of what race we are. It's okay to say we are proud of what country we come from. It's okay to say we're proud to be Americans. And part of that is learning what justice is. And part of that is accepting differences. And part of that is respecting those differences. And that's what we, the city of Lancaster, represent, and that's what we, the residents here, represent. So we're looking forward to Sunday, and we'd like to say very much thank you to you and all the colleagues for making this happen so that we could all continuously be aware and make sure that we all work together and make it happen here in our city. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.